Introduction. Losing weight is probably one of the things most Americans are concerned with. The obesity epidemic is rampant and can cause a lot of people to have many health issues and other difficulties. Now, weight loss has become more and more important, not just as a beauty standard or a trend, but because it can be so dangerous to live your life on processed foods. Processed foods are probably one of the leading killers of people who suffer from obesity in North America. There are so many dangers to processed foods. For example, they are full of hidden fats and sugars. The ingredients in processed foods are highly unnatural. They can contribute to several health problems, including hypertension and diabetes. If you try to go through the shelves in a grocery store and avoid high fructose corn syrup, you'll probably find that it is nearly impossible. High fructose corn syrup is very unhealthy and could be considered just another way of saying pure sugar. Except this type of sugar is more difficult for your body to get rid of. Everybody is looking for a miracle cure when it comes to weight loss. It can be very easy to gain weight and very difficult to get rid of once it's there. When this is the case, it can be almost impossible, or so it feels, to get back to the state of being that you want. Our bodies can be viewed as instruments that are molded and shaped by our habits and behaviors. For any diet to work, you have to first change yourself and your outlook. Only then will you be able to stay consistent with the effort that makes it possible to actually lose weight and stay on the proper diet plan. Becoming malnourished is actually very simple, whether you are being fed every day or not. When we eat, the foods that sustain us are usually junk foods, and they will keep us alive, at least in the short term. However, in the long term, it will shorten your lifespan because you are not eating foods that are nourishing your body. Without the proper vitamins and minerals, you will ultimately find that you are sluggish and weak and have a difficult time concentrating. That's because you are not being nourished, and nutritional deficiencies can cause a whole slew of health problems that are highly dangerous and can ultimately interfere with your quality of life. So how can you possibly begin to lose weight and provide yourself with the sustenance that you need to thrive, rather than simply float on through life? By following the guidelines of the Foolproof diet, you will ultimately find that you are taking the steps that need to be taken in order to develop a healthy lifestyle that will provide you with the energy you need in order to continue to burn calories and make weight loss a success. Even if you aren't simply trying to lose weight and just want to create a better lifestyle for yourself, the Foolproof diet will give you all the information that you need in order to begin changing your life, starting right now. Tracking your current diet. They say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That is never more true than it is when it comes to weight loss. To become well on your way toward achieving your goals, you must first know yourself and understand your habits. How and what you eat can change everything when it comes to your efforts to lose weight. And if you aren't willing to track your diet and see the ways it needs to change, then unfortunately you may never meet your weight loss goals or potential. One of the greatest ways that you can begin to embark upon a foolproof diet is in tracking the diet that you are currently on. What do you eat every day? What is the basic outline of what you eat? Are you doing your best to take care of your body, or do you give yourself way too much leeway? Are you tired and busy and feel like you have no other option than to eat fast food all the time? Or do you simply not have a clue in the kitchen and have found yourself feeling frustrated by the time and preparation it can take to prepare a healthy meal at the end of a long day? Whatever the case may be, tracking your current diet is a great way for you to begin changing your life. But how do you begin to track your current diet? First of all, you should have a notebook or journal where you enter what you have eaten every day. Start with the beginning, and if you have a difficult time drinking water as opposed to other sugary and unhealthy drinks, then you should also include what you have consumed of water as well. Start from the time you wake up, and don't stop until you have finished eating for the day. If you get up to snack, either include these instances after they have happened or the next day if you feel too tired. However, for the best results, be completely transparent about your dietary habits and record them immediately. Tracking your diet is easier than it sounds. What can be difficult is reading through the entries and realizing that you haven't been doing what is best for your body and mind. When that is the case, you may begin to feel like you are failing at your goals, and it can give you a sense of shame and low self-esteem that can make it difficult to keep moving forward toward achieving your goal. But rather than beating yourself up about it, you should view it as an opportunity to do better for yourself in the future. For most people, it can take a while to develop a habit. In fact, biologically, it can be 7 days before a habit is formed by repeating positive behaviors. When those new habits are reinforced, you will be surprised by just how hard it will be to recognize yourself. Instead of living life consumed by the effects of your negative habits and bad patterns, you may discover that you are a strong person who is capable of making great changes for yourself and your environment. To begin such a venture, you should definitely begin by tracking the current diet that you are following, even if it turns out that your current habits are not very healthy. Everybody makes mistakes, and when you follow a bad habit long enough, it can be difficult to do any differently. However, the trick is not in shaming yourself, but in accepting where you are at and being completely honest and transparent about it. Not everybody is able to view the hard truths of a situation with the strength it takes to implement changes using the information they've observed about themselves. But it is something that can be drastically healing and a very useful tool in making positive life changes, now and for the days to come.